Hello and welcome to Goddess Resurrection. My name is Britta and I am your host. And today's episode is episode number 15, and we are talking about trust the light. Trust your light, trust the divine light orchestration at large, trust the divine timing of the light. It all is just boiling down to this very simple practice at this moment. And I actually had something else planned for this week, but because of the global events and because of the intensity of the vibrations and because of the intensity of the eclipse season being here, showing up this coming weekend on October 14th with the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, we are looking at intensities. But before we dive in, hello, I hope you are breathing. And if you aren't, go ahead and start right now. Let's breathe together. Let's just go ahead and center ourselves together for a few moments. Let everything drop. Let the worries drop. Let the intensities drop. Let the thoughts drop. Let everything drop and come into your breath and focus onto your breath and only your breath. Follow your breath deeply down into your body. Slow down your breath. Deepen your breath. Because right now, this trust in the light, and please keep breathing. Please stay in your breath. Just listen and stay in your breath. The intensities that we are facing here on Earth, this ascension process, yes, this global transformation into a much higher light consciousness, this is not an easy process. This is a deeply, deeply challenging journey, individually and globally. Hence, Goddess Resurrection. What this really means is being the light, being your light, being your divinity, choosing to be your light, choosing to see as your light, choosing to respond as the light versus reacting from the old energies. This is a phase right now, the end of this year and moving through next year is going to be a deep, deep, deep purging, a deep cleaning, a clearing of you. Yes, lots is going on globally, and it's hard to not pay attention to it. And it's hard to maybe even focus on self, because I've heard some people say, well, I feel so selfish with all the suffering and all the, the horrible things that are happening globally right now, to focus on myself. I feel like I need to help. I feel like I need to do something. Well, by focusing onto yourself and by focusing onto your light, you are doing something. You are doing more than the worrying or the upset that may get triggered and from within you. And this upset and this rage or sadness or sorrow, whatever it is that you may be feeling, to express that, to allow that to fuel your thoughts, to allow that to fuel your words, to allow that to become you. It is you lowering your vibration. It is you stepping out of your light. It is you generating density within your energy field. It is you slipping back into this density, and that's what this darkness that is at play in this world wants, right? The darkness is very loud. The darkness is violent. The darkness tortures and steals and lies and manipulates. And that is one of its intentions, to regain control, to regain power, is to trigger whatever reaction we may have inside of ourselves to what we're seeing externally. And for that to consume us, for that to become our energy level. And so therefore, I'm saying it again, the best that you can do, the best way in which you can support the transformation internally within yourself, as well as globally, is to keep coming back into your light. And I'm going to elaborate on this right now, because you, as the light worker, you listening to this podcast, obviously you are invested in yourself, in your healing, in your growth, in your light embodiment, in your goddess embodiment. Yes, that's why you're here. And the healing aspect goes hand in hand with the light embodiment, with the goddess embodiment. Goddess is not going to embody into a dense, wounded experience. The healing has to come first. And so it is very, very significantly important for you to take everything that is being triggered within you and to use it for your healing, to use it for your purging process, to use it for your cleaning and clearing and purifying of yourself, of your vessel, of your soul, to embody more light, to embody your goddess. And obviously, I'm talking about what's happening with Israel and Gaza, and yes, we're still talking about the Ukraine and Russia, but we're also talking about the political unrest globally. And we're talking about the fear that's been rising around extremes and around issues around currency and issues arising around inflation. We are looking at a huge, huge transformation. And with everything that's happening in Israel right now, or everything that's been happening in the Ukraine, if you feel called to be on the front line, if you feel called to become an activist, if you feel called to collect money and make donation, then by all means, take that action, do that. If this is making you feel like you can help in one way, you can help in some way, that's great, yes. But besides that, besides taking these supportive actions, what I am referring to here is you are obviously being triggered in some way, yes? I've had clients that are, so in so much fear and in so much pain and sorrow over everything. They can't sleep, and all they do is, stay in front of the TV and watch the news, and friends are just all they want to talk about is this, and the drama and the horrors that they're hearing about and they're seeing on TV and they're seeing on social media, and all the craziness that is consuming people. It is affecting their well-being. It is affecting their mental health, their mental peace and emotional well-being and emotional peace. And this is affecting their energies, and this is affecting their physical bodies, and this is affecting their energetic vibrational levels. And so in combination with this eclipse season being here now. I'm recording this on October 12th. We've got this new moon solar eclipse coming in 2 days on the 14th. Now, eclipses last. Yes, they last for a long time, but these eclipses are really going hand in hand with all of the uproar of the world. And so, by all means, do what you must to feel you're able to support and help, even just a little bit. But once you've taken that action, once you've collected money or donated, or if you've vented about it with a friend for an hour, once you have done that, it is your job and your responsibility to yourself, to your healing, to your growth, to your light, that you come back. You come back into your light alignment. Because in the end, that is the greatest way of supporting the light transformation. By you focusing onto your light, by you being in your breath and coming back into your center. Coming back into the awareness of that it's okay, yes. Even though it's horrible to learn about all of these violences, you also have to come back into the trusting in this light process, trusting into this transformation, trusting in this experience of ascending a planet and it's almost 8 billion souls incarnated into human form. We have never ascended a planet before. It's a big deal. And with all the darkness that's present, the darkness that wants to maintain its power, the darkness that doesn't shy away from violence in such ways, it is fighting for its survival. It is fighting for its power. Because the darkness has always been here. Earth has been a very low vibrational, 3-dimensional survival of the fittest experience. It is only now that the veils are thinning. It is only now that souls are awakening. It is only now that we're claiming our true selves as the light, as the goddess, as the divinity, as the infinite beings that we really are. And so this process is going to get more challenging and more intense now. So I need you all, my goddesses, my sisters, to be very self-aware of yourself, of your light commitment, of your light devotion. And this is you individually, privately, for your own journey, as well as for the global journey. And so let me just separate this in two. You can get all caught up about the drama that is happening externally in the world, and you can also get caught up about the drama that's happening within yourself and your own life, because I'm sure there's tons going on in your life as well, right? And so we are now at a point of development on this journey called ascension that requires you to be much more self-aware. Much more self-aware of where are you still reacting in the old energy? Where are you still reacting and being pulled back into density? Where are you still torturing yourself? Where are you still attached? Where are you still subconsciously trying to control? Where are you still subconsciously fearing and doubting and worrying and buying into the old energy, the old darkness of it? And there are levels to it. There are levels to darkness. There are levels to fear, worry, feeling discouraged, feeling unsafe, feeling doubtful, feeling so sad, feeling so overwhelmed, feeling hopeless. These emotions, my sister, you must process. You must process them because they're still also a part of the whole, a part of the global, a part of the external emotional healing. And so whatever arises within you emotionally, you must process. You must breathe and feel through it. But remember, the key is to not let these old emotional energies drive your thinking, drive your speaking, drive your indulging of the darkness. Do not spend so much time focusing on it. Instead, trust. Trust the light. Trust the ascension process. Trust that everything is as it should be, that everything is in its correct timing. Trust that the light and its orchestration is a part of this process. And so we can pray for the souls that are suffering, yes. And we can choose to activate in some way, shape, or form to support, yes. But once that has satisfied to a certain degree, it is now you and you alone who has the ability to check yourself, to correct yourself, to step back into your breath and step back into your light alignment and to choose surrender. Choose surrender to your light. Trust. Trust that everything that is meant to be seen will be seen. Trust that everything that is meant to unfold will unfold. Trust that the answers that you are seeking, that the truth or the downloads or the wisdom that you need for yourself and your answers will come. But they cannot get through when you're clouding your mind space, when you're cluttered with worry and fear, thinking and speaking, when you've generated density within your energy field because you're playing negatives, what ifs. But instead for you to hold space for your own transformation of your light embodiment and also to hold space for the global transformation is what your job, is what your responsibility, is what your devotion to your light is meant to do. You are meant to be a beacon of light. You are meant to be a source of peace. You are meant to be a beautiful being that provides clarity for others that are not yet able to stay in their light. And so think of it as coming back into your light. It doesn't mean you're ignoring the issues. It simply means you are choosing to support this ascension. You're choosing to support this transformation from your light, as your light, with the light, for the light. Light will support light. And so for you to understand that this is much deeper than just the emotional reactions to the external situations, right? This is a soul purging. And especially with these eclipses now in front of our doorstep, It is all about surrender, because this is destined. This is all part of the destiny. This is all part of what needs to be seen will be brought to the light. What needs to be identified and purged will be brought to the surface. Whatever you've been holding on subconsciously, whatever you've been attaching to, whatever you've been trying to so badly not release, it's going to be in your face. And it's not about the external, it's about your inner reaction. Whatever old reaction you've still got going on, whatever old habits and patterns and ways you still have in form of reaction to the external, whether it's the global situation or your own life, that's the focus. That's what you have to pay attention to. That's your responsibility to your light embodiment. All of this is just a stage. Remember, Earth is just a school. It's just a dream. It's made up of energy. It's not even real. When we leave this body, when I leave this body, when I have left it, and I shift in consciousness and I'm back in my soul, I'm back in my light self, I will go, oh wow, oh my God, what a ride. Holy smokes, that was intense. It felt so real, just like an early morning venting dream, so vivid and so real. And you wake up and you go, oh, whew. Oh shoot, wow. I thought that was real. I thought this was happening. Thank goodness it's not. And so for you to stay in control of yourself, you have to now really level up. You have to level up, hold space for your transformation. You're not separate from your light. You are your light. You are the light. What is purging and what is healing and what is purifying and transforming are the old energies, the old densities, the old woundings, the old habits. Like, don't go into gossip mode. Don't go into drama mode. Don't go into, taking it all on and wallowing and becoming it because you feel like you have to, you owe it to yourself or your friends or the world. No, that's martyr. That's you being a martyr. You're not here to be a martyr. You're here to step into your light now. You're here to claim your light now. You're here to be grounded in your light now. You're here to see the bigger picture as the light now. You are here to hold space for your own transformation, which means choosing to see, choosing to respond, choosing to process as the light. Remember, you are this light. You are your light. And so if things are really impacting you, and it's been really hard for you to quiet your mind, maybe it's been really hard for you to process your emotions because you're so triggered, because you're so overwhelmed, well, then you need to level up in terms of self-care, in terms of what actually works for you. What can you do? And you ask yourself, what can I do to support myself right now? What can I do right now that will help calm my mind, quiet my mind, still my brain, quiet the thoughts so that you can process through whatever emotional reaction you have within yourself? Because in the end, that's what it's all about. Whatever emotional reactions you have arising from within you, whatever is triggering you, whether it's from your family or your work or your intimate relationship, your kids, your environment, and maybe it's the global and maybe it's all of the above. Maybe it's a health crisis, maybe it's a financial crisis. Whatever you've got going on that is triggering you from within, now is the time. Now is the time to really find ways to find your center, to come back into your breath, back into your grounding. Put your naked feet on the earth. Jump up and down if you need to quiet and distract from the thoughts. Breathe and really accentuate the breath. I don't care if you're breathing through your mouth. It doesn't matter. We don't need the details right now. We don't need perfection right now. Do what you can to get out of your head. Do what you can to find your center. Do what you can to come back into the grounding. Hold your breath. Holding the breath is a very, very, very good method for quieting the mind. Deep inhale, hold the breath. Slow exhale, hold the breath. Inhale, hold the breath. Exhale, hold the breath. And you have reclaimed power over your brain. Yes, you are meant to control your thoughts. Yes, you are meant to control your brain. No, you are not meant to control people, places, or things. So whatever your reaction pattern is that wants to react in one way or another, this is your transformation. This is your devotion to your light. This is where you self-observe. This is where you remember, oh, I'm not separate from the light. I am the light. Let me come back into my light. Surrender. Surrender your old energies, your old patterning, your old overwhelm, your old wounding, your old habitual reactions. Surrender it to your inner light. Come into your center. Focus onto your grounding. And just be with yourself. You don't have to have an answer right away. You don't have to have immediate guidance. Maybe you just need to calm yourself. Maybe you just need to calm your mind. Maybe you just need to calm your nervous system. Maybe you just need to settle into relaxing, take a bath, go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a surf, go for a bike ride, go to the gym. Do whatever you have to shake it loose, to help for it to loosen up so that you can actually come back into your peace, back into your center, back into your light. Focus on being the light. Visualize yourself as the light. Visualize yourself as the light flowing through this body of yours, this vessel. Here to play this human character. And in order for more of your light to embody, you have to ground. So grow your roots. Let this light that is you flow through this physical body, flow through the outer bodies, flow through the roots down into Mother Earth. Surrender. Surrender what it is that you're meant to see about yourself. Surrender so that you can become aware of your old subconscious attachments and patterns. Surrender your old energy paradigm to your light. Give yourself this practice daily, as many times a day as necessary for you not to get caught up in the density, for you to not indulge the darkness and generate more of the old energy within yourself, but for you to choose your light, for you to choose to trust the light orchestration within your life. Because whatever is being presented to you within your life, it is happening for you. It is for you to unearth, to heal, to release these old ways, these old energies. And for you to, most importantly, not choose the old reaction, whether it's turning into victim, whether it's turning into martyr, whether it's turning into drama queen, or victim, hopelessness, whichever way you're used to reacting, know that this is going to be the time for you to identify it and for you to recognize what is not of your light. Recognize what is the old paradigm energy that you are not willing and choosing to indulge, to engage for another second. And that's your power. That's how you reclaim control over yourself. And then once you've identified it, you breathe and feel. Don't think, don't speak, don't act. Just breathe and feel. Breathe and feel and keep reminding yourself who you really are. And as the light, you can feel and process through these emotions, no problem. And by doing so, connecting more and more deeply inward, connecting more and more deeply with your light self, connecting more and more deeply with your true self. Settling back into this centered alignment, setting back into this grounded flow of your true self. And stay in your light. Stay in your light. Focus on your transformation. Focus on your healing. Focus on your light embodiment. Focus on your goddess embodiment, because moving forward, you will be needed. You, in your light strength, will be needed to support others that are struggling, that are not able to do this just yet. And you will need it yourself too. You need your own support. You need your own light for your own guidance, for your own encouragement of where you are meant to take yourself next. So for you to really now level it up and practice trusting yourself as the light, reminding yourself that yes, you are this light. Trusting the light orchestration at large. That just because things look dark doesn't mean the darkness is winning. Just because things look really intense and feel intense and look and seem scary, it doesn't mean the light isn't powerfully at work. It doesn't mean you are not your light. It doesn't mean that everything is as it should be, because the souls that are suffering did give permission as an offering to this ascension, to this transformation. Believe me, my dear sister, everything is exactly as it should be. So do not give yourself permission to victim or to martyr or to dramatize your experience. From the light, as the light, with the light, for the light, you see it all for what it is. Opportunity for you to notice your trigger, for you to face your trigger, for you to heal your trigger, for you to not choose the old reaction any longer. To choose conscious response, to choose conscious action, yes, and then whoop, back into your light, back into your grounding, back into your center, back into your light flow. Do what you must to reclaim your quiet mind. Do what you must to reclaim your emotional peace. Do what you must to stay in the trust, to stay in your light, to stay in your high frequency, flowing through you, grounding into Mother Earth, supporting this global ascension at large, as well as for yourself, of course. Good. So from here, I am sending love and light blessings to you and yours. May you be your light. May you see as your light. May you feel as your light. May you process as your light. May you choose as the light. May you be your light. And from here, with deep, deep gratitude, blessings to you and yours. Mwah. Ciao for now.